welcome back to the Gothic Chef. I apologize for my tardiness. I have been a little busy and a little craziness going on in my life. Sometimes life gets in the way of doing what you want to do, but you've got to do what you have to do, if you know what I mean. But I'm back, and I am back with my world famous, according to me, chicken wings. Everyone I have ever made these for absolutely loves them. I will tell you all my secrets, and you'll be able to make them too, and people will absolutely love them, I promise. One of the keys to my chicken wings that's a little different from other chicken wings is they are not deep fried. They are dry baked in an oven, 400 degrees with convection, 425 without. And they come out just as crispy, but very tender and moist inside. And I will give you the basics of what you can do, and you can add any chicken wing rub and any chicken wing sauce your little heart desires, and they will always be a hit. So stay tuned, and we will go over all the ingredients and show you what they look like at the end. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start off with preparing our baking pan. Now this is the trick to making my chicken wings. I have a dry pan. I have just a baking sheet. It's about a ½ inch high. And I lined it with parchment, and then on top of that I have a rack. And we're going to spray the rack. I have some cooking spray here. And we're going to spray the rack. And that's so the chicken wings, we could prevent as much stickage as possible. Okay? Okay, so I have my chicken wings here. Now, I don't separate the flats from the drumstick. And the reason I keep them together is because they stay nice and moist. When you're eating them, if you want to separate them and, you know, for nostalgia's sake, go right ahead. It's kind of ridiculous, but I leave these together. I do, however, take this little wing part off, because there's really no nutritional value to that. You can't eat it. I don't know, maybe some people eat it, whatever, but if they're cavemen. But I cut this off. Now, how I do that, and I saved one so I could show you, is I have a kitchen scissors. This is only used for the kitchen. Do not trim your dog with it. Do not go outside and trim your hedges with it. Don't trim your nose hair with it. Just use it for kitchen purposes, and it will serve you well. So what you do is you just take it and clip, and you've got that little piece comes right off. Easy peasy. Okay? Now what I did is I patted these dry, not too dry, because I want a little moisture so the seasonings will stick. So I will show you the seasonings I use. Now you can use any seasonings your heart desires. These are the seasoning combinations I like with my chicken wings. Again, you want to try these and then experiment. I highly recommend that. You can make these any way you want, but the basics, I will tell you about the basics, which you should not divert from. Otherwise, the seasonings you choose are your choice. So I have a teaspoon of kosher salt. I have a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. I have a teaspoon of paprika, not smoked, just regular paprika. I have a teaspoon of garlic powder, a ½ teaspoon of cayenne. If you want them a little spicier, go right ahead. As I get older, my body says, oh no, I don't think so. So I cut it down to a ½ teaspoon. And this is a teaspoon of onion powder. And then in here, I just have a ½ cup of plain flour. I probably will not use all of this, okay? Now there's a method to my madness when it comes to seasoning the chicken wings. So I will show you in what order I do that. So the first thing I do is take the salt, put it in my hand, and just sprinkle it over the top. Pat it down. Then I take the black pepper, sprinkle it in my hand, and then I put it over the chicken wings. Got a little crazy in the middle one here. Take some of that off, go here. Okay. Okay, and then the next one I do is the garlic powder. Again, you don't have to be a lunatic like me. You can do it in this order. You can do it whatever order you want. Pat it down. And then I do the onion powder next. And then I do the paprika next. And then I save the spicy cayenne for last. And again, just a little, I might have did it backwards. Okay, so, okay, now, what we're going to do is we're going to flour them. And what I do is I sprinkle flour over the top first, like this, pat it down, then I turn them over. And like I said, you probably won't use all the flour. I like to keep a half a cup handy, just in case. You don't want to overflour them, but you want to make sure every inch of your chicken has flour. You don't have to season them on both sides. You could if you want. I don't. Like I said, you want to make sure they have a lot of flour, but you don't want the flour like in globs. So you see, pat them out. And see, now both of those sides are full of flour. And then you're going to put them on the baking sheet like that. Okay? Again, pat them, make sure. When I'm done putting them on the baking sheet, I'll show you what they look like. Okay. Okay, this is what they look like. Now, the whole trick to my wings are there's no fat placed on these wings at all. It's just wings trimmed, washed and dried, patted dry. Don't take all the water off. Just leave some there, some moisture. Seasonings and flour. That's it. Because the skin in the chicken wings has fat. When you go to dry bake these, that's what I call it, you're going to dry bake them. When you dry bake them, you will see they will become as crispy, if not crispier, than a deep fried chicken wing. And as chicken wings go, they're not healthy to begin with because of the skin, but they're a little bit more healthy than deep frying them. And you will not see or taste a difference at all. In fact, you will probably love them because they won't be greasy and they're going to be just as crispy as deep fried. So we're going to bake these in a 400-degree oven. Now there's only 6 of them. If there were 12, then I would bake them an hour. But there's only 6 of them, so I'm going to bake them around 35-40 minutes. Everybody's oven is different, so when they come out, I'll let you know exactly how long I bake them. And again, it's a 400-degree convection oven, which ends up being 425 if you don't have a convection oven. So you're gonna it's a very hot oven, pretty hot oven, and you're gonna bake these, and you're gonna see the skin's gonna be nice and crispy. And then we're gonna put my favorite sauce on, which again, you could use whatever sauce you want. But when they're done baking, I will take them out and I will show you what they look like. I'll be back. Okay, they're done. So you have, I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can, how crispy these are, okay? And they didn't stick to the tray because we put the spray on the tray, which is good because it's really hard cleaning these trays. But what you can do now is you could either baste these with your favorite sauce and put them back in the oven. I don't like that. I like my chicken wings mushy with the sauce. You know, I don't want the sauce to bake off of the chicken wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop filming for a minute and get set up over by the stove, and I'm going to show you what sauce I use and how I do it. And again, this is your canvas. This is your blank canvas. You can do whatever sauce you want. You want a garlic parmesan, you could do that. I think it'll taste good with these spices, or you, again, put your own spices on there. The key is to flour these and dry bake them until they're crispy. Now these took 45 minutes because I like mine, you know, really crispy. You could stop it before then. If I would have stopped it at 35 minutes, they'd have been done, they'd have been cooked, but not as crispy. And because the whole point of doing these is you want them crispy, like as if you were deep frying them. So I'm going to get set up over by the stove, and then I'll be back in a few seconds. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make my sauce on the stove. Because like I said, I like my chicken wings to have, you know, the sauce, saucy, you know. I know, because if you put them back in the oven, what's going to happen is you're going to have the sauce on the chicken wings, but then they're going to dry up, and you're going to have dry sauce. And I don't like that. I want my sauce moist. So we're going to turn this on like a medium-high heat. And what I have here is I have a tablespoon of salted butter, and I have a teaspoon of white vinegar. Now, everybody likes the big F as in Fred sauce. I don't like Fred's sauce, and I know you know what I mean, but I am a Duff fan, and I'm not being sponsored by Duff, but I love Duff's original wing sauce. I like the hot one, which is what this is, as you can see. You can get it on Amazon. If you live in Buffalo, you could probably get it locally, because I believe, don't quote me, but I do believe that that is where it comes from. I believe this might be the original buffalo wing sauce. I'm not sure. So it says shake well, so I'm shaking it a little bit. Now you don't have to put the butter and the vinegar in the sauce. You could just use this, because I do believe, let's see the ingredients, there is vinegar in the sauce already, but I like a little extra tang. So this is starting to heat up, so I'm going to put that in there. Now I'm not going to put the vinegar in until I put the sauce in. And we're going to melt the butter here first, which shouldn't take too long. But I love the taste of Duff sauce better than the more popular sauce that starts with an F, you know, as in Fred, but it's not really Fred. I know that's the most popular sauce, but I don't care. I like Duff's. And Sweet Baby Ray's is very good too. If you try their wing sauce, it's very good. They do make a mild, I believe, in the Duff's. So I'm going to just judge. I don't measure this. If you want to measure it, you could. I just put maybe about a half a bottle in there for 6 full chicken wings, so that would be 12 regular wings. And now I'm going to put the vinegar in, and I'm going to stir this up a little bit until it gets incorporated, until it starts heating up a little bit. because I want the, it smells good. I want the vinegar and the butter and the sauce to get mixed nice. Okay. And then once this is thoroughly mixed and it starts bubbling a little bit, I'm going to put the chicken wings in. I'm going to do 3 at a time. Get them nice and coated, and I'm just going to leave them in the pot. I would say maybe about 30 seconds on each side. Not long. Okay, so it's starting to bubble. So I'm going to put 3 of the chicken wings in there. I'm going to put them top down. And we're going to let them simmer for a minute. And then for 30 seconds. And then I'll flip them over. And then I'll do the other 3. And we'll give them a taste. Okay, going to flip these over. Yeah, see, I like my wings nice and saucy. And, you know, they're not a non-messy food to begin with, so. So if you're looking for, you know, it's like eating tacos. You're going to get a mess. You're going to get messy when you eat tacos. I don't think there's any non-messy way to eat a taco. If you've figured that out, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know what that is, because usually I wear my tacos. Okay, well, these 3 are done. Okay. And now we're going to put the other 3 in. Head down. Leave them in there for 30 seconds. Don't throw your food all over the place, Lisa. Put them in there for about 30 seconds. Flip them over. And I'll come back and we'll give them a taste. See you in a few. Okay, here we are. They're all done. This is how I like to eat them. Now this is ranch dressing, not blue cheese. I do like blue cheese too. And I love the celery with the leaves on it. So I kind of eat it with the celery with the leaves. So we'll give them a whirl. These are fantastic. They come right off the bone. They're absolutely delicious. They're tender. Gotta try this. You'll never deep fry wings again. Trust me when I tell you. Right off the bone. So give them a try. So give these wings a try and let me know what you think. I think you will absolutely love them. Everyone I've ever made them for absolutely loves them, so I think they might be pretty good. So let me know in the comments what you think of them. Share this video with your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. The recipe for the chicken wings will be on my website, thegothichef.com. And I will see you next time on The Gothic Chef.